Hazbin Hotel just aired its 8th and final episode on Prime Video. The show was a huge hit, even taking the title of the biggest debut for an animated Prime original. This means that it surpassed impressive franchises such as Invincible, Boys Diabolical, Undone, and The Legend of Vox Machina. While the show brought success, it is also bringing a bit of criticism here on the YouTube realm, with people calling the plot too inconsistent from the pilot, or they say that some of the episodes and story beats are messier than others. However, what most all people recognize as being absolutely incredible are the songs that the show has to offer. The show is a musical. Each episode has 2 original musical numbers in it, and most all of them are so great, which made ranking them very difficult. But here we are regardless. Let's get right into it with number 16.
And I welcome you all to Cloud Cuckoo Land!
Welcome to Heaven is, in my opinion, the weakest song this season had to offer. It only clocks in at 1 minute in length, and the whole song serves as an introduction of a location, which tend to usually be more annoying than enjoyable. It's like in Centaur World when they start singing about Centaur World in the song called Centaur World. That show's songs really thrive when they focus on a character or a storyline, not a setting. So maybe it's like weirdly catchy and gets stuck in your head occasionally, but it's still kinda blah, and same things here, so moving on.
Maybe you're not so bad at dad after all.
Hell's Greatest Dad is the introduction song of Charlie's dad, Lucifer. The song is pretty middle of the road, featuring a beat that we've heard from the franchise before. The song has Jeremy Jordan kinda turn into the genie with the amount of funny visuals he has to sing along to, with different voices. Which isn't really his forte, you hear what that is a little bit later. So while the little violin versus piano battle Alistair and Lucifer have in there is pretty cool, the song as a whole is just kinda mid. Also, Mimsy kinda ruins the song at the end, she's really annoying. So yeah, these were really the only 2 like C tier songs. Everything from here on out is some good stuff, baby.
One more time for the demons in the back!
Reprises are usually just the original number, but slower and have less going for them. The More Than Anything reprise is just that. The best part of this one is seeing just how well the lyrics transfer over from the father-daughter relationship over to this partner one. The 2 get a bunch of development in this season, and this song is just a nice, short and sweet tune that the 2 get to share. It's nothing amazing, but it's a reprise. It ain't trying to be.
And ever and ever and ever.
Probably my most controversial placement here, but I really don't like Hell is Forever too much. It's probably because I don't really like Adam as a character, he's just so unlikable. But looking at the song as a whole, it's still good. The back and forth dialogue is pretty fun, and the song is one of the more upbeat rock style pieces the show has to offer. But like hearing Adam do his guitar solo just makes me cringe when it does make me want to jam along. That being said, the lyrics are still pretty good and they play pretty significantly into the season's events, so it was pretty okay.
Is it too late now to say sorry?
It Starts With Sorry is probably the most middle of the pack song Hazbin Hotel has to offer. There isn't anything wrong with the song, it's just a bit slower and simpler than the other numbers in the show. And like there's not much to say about this one, it's good. Okay, but is it just me, or does Charlie's voice actor sound like if you combine Kimiko Glenn and Mandy Moore's voices into one voice? Just me? Okay.
And then you do it for her. That's how you know you can win.
So these next like 3 or 4 songs are super close in my eyes. They pretty much are interchangeable with whatever order you put them in. That being said, I am putting Out for Love at the 11th spot. It's a shorter song, being only 1.5 minutes long, and I don't think it is Ruben Vega's best song of the series. It is really great with that guitar accompaniment, however it is slightly more generic sounding than some of the other numbers. I feel so bad putting this outside the top 10, but there's just so many great songs in this show.
They're gonna know. How would they know?
You Didn't Know is probably the most like Broadway musical sounding song on the soundtrack. It's probably just because of the seraphim Emily sings the lead, and her voice actor is Jasmine on Broadway's Aladdin. The song is fun, as it cycles through a handful of melodies depending on which character is on the mic, and the whole song culminates in a big reveal that is accompanied by a fantastic climax in the music. It's a great piece that brings a bunch of our contrasting cast members together into one great song.
We did it! We did it! We did it! Yay! Always team up! We did it!
The big final number of the show brings everyone together for one last hurrah. It's kind of like in Encanto or Sing, where they rebuild a building that was destroyed while singing about how all their journey led to this, and so on and so forth. That being said, this number is actually pretty great though. It's the longest song of the show, probably because it's trying to squeeze in any final lines of dialogue, fill in any plot holes, and set up things for the future. Actually, my favorite part of the song is in the end, and Alistair kind of goes ballistic. It's pretty great.
Time
out to fight. Let's turn our losing streak around. Rise and unite. Let's do what we must do.
Charlie's leadership shines in this piece as she sings along with Rosie. And when the ensemble comes in, the enthusiasm and hypeness is so high. It has a hype the troops with bugle and snare drums kind of sound to it. This song would have even convinced me to join the fight. It's funny how Charlie's attempt to recruit folks to pay her hotel rent free failed, but when she rallied people to risk their lives in this battle, they didn't hesitate. Just thought that was interesting. Anyways, moving on. Happy Day in Hell is definitely one that'll get stuck in your head days after you listen to it for the first time. It is the first song in the series, so to say the stage very high already, and that's awesome. We see straight off the bat that Vivzy and her crew are not messing around when it comes to the vocals, instrumentals, and arrangements. Like those power chords at the end of the piece are so good. We're getting to the point in this where pretty much every comment can be, this song is so amazing, but I'll try and mix it up a bit.
The poison for Cusco, the poison chosen specially to kill Cusco, Cusco's poison.
Blake, Roman, and Sam Haft deliver what is essentially Addict 2.0. Except I think I like the musicality in Addict a bit more, but in this song, Angel feels so much more desperate and emotional. I also just love the end of the song. You can just hear Angel's brokenness and hopelessness in his cracking voice. I just wish the song was a little bit longer, maybe like add a bridge or a B melody or something. I don't know, I'm not a composer, so.
Welcome back.
Oh yeah, Stayed Gone is such a banger. It's no surprise that two of Alistair's feature songs come in the form of arguing back and forth singing battles. He's just that cool of a character. This one, however, I'll say is much stronger of the bunch. While the song can be a bit all over the place at times, it is one of the most fun to watch and listen to when Vox and Alistair bicker like the old foes they are. Radio versus video, old school versus new school. It's a great time, and Alistair comes out on the top in the end because, of course he does. Lily Cooper and Daphne Rubin Vega absolutely nail this number. It's got some great guitar moments thrown in there that highlight Vega's unique vocals as she was born and raised in Panama. And then it turns into yet another cool rap battle in Mabob, and Velvet is so spunky and cool, she's kinda like everything Cherry Bomb wishes she was. Really, all three of the V's play their parts so well in this show. This song tackles the subject of what do different people make of the whole extermination, as well as their rivals up there. Gotta love it. Whatever It Takes is a fantastic number. But what do you expect when you pair James Monroe Iglehart with two of the best singers from the In the Heights movie, not named Lin-Manuel? It is such a beautiful piece as we get a closer look into Vaggie and Carmila's characters. Them singing their vows towards the ones whom they love the most gives me the shivers every time. And then for the same pair to come back later in the season and sing a duet in person together, you can't get enough of the two. Also, Vaggie's voice actor is literally Mirabelle. I literally found that out like last week, and now I feel silly. You are an idiot! Every fiber of my being wanted to put this song at number 1, but I just couldn't. That being said, this song is a banger. Why does a Husk and Angel Dust duet about them being absolute losers have to go this hard? Maybe it's just because Keith David is the voice actor here, and he makes anything so much cooler. Without him, Princess and the Frog is a pretty trash film, just saying. This song pretty much redeemed Husk as a character for me. Before, he was just a get out of my face, I'm gonna go be miserable type guy, but this song gave him so much more life and personality. It is crazy just how similar the two stories and situations are, and they're written into the song so well. Except I just couldn't put it at number 1, because I think there is one song that actually just is excellent in every single way. More Than Anything is downright perfect. It puts Jeremy Jordan on full display and allows him to use that gorgeous voice of his in this father-daughter heartfelt ballad. The lyrics encapsulate why Charlie is trying to accomplish her head-over-heels dreams so well. Lucifer's lyrics of "I'll shelter and adore you more than anything" contrast perfect with Charlie's "I need to save my people more than anything." But then is in the end when they join in unison after they realize each other's thoughts and aspirations are aligned, and they say, "I'm grateful you're my daughter," and Charlie says "father" there more than anything. Actual tears. 10 out of 10, no notes. Such a lovely song to accompany this wild, successful franchise that 50 Pop turned into a reality. So yeah, those are my rankings of all 16 of the songs featured in the first season of Hazbin Hotel. If this is your kind of show and you have access to Prime, I would recommend supporting the show as much as possible that Season 2 could become a future possibility. and stream the songs as well. They are really great. I'm sure your opinions on where you'd rank them are different than mine. Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time in the Cartoon Cabbage Patch.